All right, here we are at the breakdown about halfway through the games. We've got 4 to go after this one. And breakdown zone, Ryan James here. We're going to talk a little bit about the last 4 games coming up.
For sure, man. It's been a Minnesota-dominated event so far.
It's a good showing for the local teams.
Yep, definitely. I blew somebody out, not sure exactly which team, and Eden Prairie took care of Rincali.
Yep.
You know, they used their size, and Underwells took care of business at the end, scoring 14 to 18 in the second half.
You know what? You don't have to worry about it. We won't ask you about the Wisconsin teams. That's Mark Miller's job over there.
Yeah, for sure. Mark will take care of Wisconsin.
Let's go. How about the games that are coming up? De La Salle plays at 3:45. What do you kind of expect to see out of those guys today?
Honestly, I have no offense to Wisconsin teams, but I expect De La Salle to probably beat them by 20 to 25 points.
I've heard.
De La Salle, I mean, in the Midwest, they're probably a top 3 or 4 team in the Midwest. With all the talent they have, with the coaching with Dave Gorson, with the way they play defense, and Reed Travis being so dominated around the basket, I would expect a 20-something point game. I mean, Reed's just fantastic. I mean, Minnesota's here to see him play right now.
We have some halftime statistics.
I've heard people say they might be the best team in Minnesota, regardless of class.
Oh, no question. No question. Park Center is the #1 team in 4A basketball with after they beat Apple Valley, who was previous #1. And if with them beating Park Center beating Apple Valley and then beating Osseo, that game was 1 in 4A. They played De La Salle, and De La Salle beat Park Center by 14 points.
5 points.
They're clearly the #1 team in Minnesota, and I really expect them to get challenged pretty much the rest of the way. Maybe it's the title game with all the Austin coming at them, and Austin Packers.
Total 39.
I would expect De La Salle to run the
for Hopkins.
All right, and then 5:30 we got Osseo going up against Hudson too.
Osseo and Hudson's gonna be interesting. Hudson's running struggles. They only scored 28 points in their game last night. So they do have a really nice player, Alex Herring, who I know North Dakota State and South Dakota State really like him. I think they both offered him. But Osseo is probably going to be too deep of a basketball team with Rich Tussler, Ian Tyson, and Wheeler Baker, all 3 averaging between 14 and 16 points, and all 3 of them being scholarship basketball talents. Plus, the thing about Osseo, Tim Tyson's such a good coach, and he gets, you're not sure who he's going to have for depth. And the next thing you know, he's got an 8 deep, 9 deep lineup that's just taking care of business year after year.
Well, they kind of surprised that people a little bit last year, winning a state title, but they're not surprising anybody this year.
Osseo can no longer be a surprise.
Prior Lake, the home team, at 7 o'clock, they're probably excited about playing in their own event.
They are, and Prior Lakes might be the biggest high school basketball team people may have ever seen. That's not like some inner city institution that brings in 5 or 6 different teams or a prep school. I mean, they got a 7-footer Carson Shanks, 6'10" Jeff Robert, and they got a football recruit, Nick Hart, who I mean, that's three really big guys, and those guys produce, and they have good guards too. John Sabaski, who's got a couple of D1 offers, and Coach Alex Fulton's had a couple of guys fill in that, they're averaging 8-9 points a game that I don't know if they expected to be the second and third leading scorers, but they haven't. Alex has done a very nice job in Prior Lake.
You know something about Rice Lake though because of the Ellenson brothers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They got the 3. They have Wally Ellenson, who's at Minnesota now, and they got his brothers, Elwood Ellenson, who's a senior, and Henry's a sophomore. Henry's top 25 kid nationally in the 2015 class. I mean, he's a mountain. And he's a mountain with a lot of skill. I mean, dominates boards. He grabs boards like, I would grab a cookie out of the cupboard, just snatches it, goes after it.
And not last but not least, 8:30 Apple Valley goes up against Madison Memorial.
They're talking about Tyus Jones is tweeting right now about getting, everybody getting here 2 hours early for that game, but they're not going to get in. The last time we had a breakdown event with Tyus Jones, the doors were locked before the game his game was playing. So I mean, he's a show. He's the feature guy, and it's not just Tyus with Apple Valley. I mean, they're the second-ranked team in the nation, and they're probably. I would predict them to still win the state championship. They have Dustin Funk, who's having a fantastic year. Dennis Austin, who's a bruiser. He's a grizzly bear around the basket, averaging 12 and 8. Brock Birch, one of the best freshmen in the state, averaging 10 and 8. And Harry Sully is a very good combo guard with Tyus. So they're a very deep team with Tyus out. They beat a Hopkins team who's winning 48-39 right now. And they beat Osseo without Tyus. So I mean, there's so much talent on that court. And Zach Goring puts it all together. He's an excellent coach.
So you're predicting a Minnesota sweep then? Is that what you're saying?
I am predicting a Minnesota sweep. The one game at Rice Lake, I want to rain on Prior Lake. I think it might be 6-1. I'm going to say Rice Lake gets Prior Lake, and we go 6-1. I should say that after, because Prior Lake's JV beat the Tonka JV, which I coach today, and it's still painting me right now. But I think it'll be 6-1.
All right, thanks, Ryan. About 8 hours from now, we'll know.